Yo, it's Overt Flow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? Bringing you another video, and this is going to be a story about the time that I had the worst customer that I could possibly imagine at GameStop. And I want to go ahead and break this down. I want to tell it to you guys. If you guys could please drop a like on this, I would appreciate it. We haven't hit 1,000 likes actually in a cool minute, so if we could shoot for 1,000, just 1,000, that's all I want, just 1,000. Check the like bar. If it's not to 1,000 yet, please drop one for me. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, my second channel, all that stuff. And of course, I'm hooking you guys up for the holidays. I don't know if you can hear this right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn on my camera just to show you real quick. Yo, real quick, you guys, I just want to let you know, I got a couple GameStop gift cards for you guys that we're going to be giving out. Also went a little bit crazy, got a bunch of games. It's the holidays. I want to hook you guys up. Just be a part of the family. Subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment. Let me know what system you need it for. And I'm going to try to hook you guys up. Thank you guys so much for always supporting the videos, supporting the channel. I love y'all. I have a ton of games that I want to hook you guys up with. That link will be in the description below. As long as you're part of the family, you follow me here, you leave a comment, I'm going to try to hook up as many of you guys as possible because you guys do so much for me and I love y'all. Let's get into this, okay? GameStop stories always seem to do well. You always seem to like them. And GameStop gets like a lot of flack, man. GameStop gets like so much flack for the fact that people talk trash, be like, yo, GameStop employees sometimes are the worst people ever. For me personally, I feel like there's a lot of really cool people that work at GameStop, but on the other hand, I do know that sometimes you get those kind of weird antisocial people that just like video games that somehow got a job at GameStop that aren't the friendliest. I understand that, don't get me wrong, but as somebody who worked at GameStop for 3 years before they fired me for insubordination, you know what I'm saying? As somebody who worked there, I have to say this, you get a lot of customers that literally don't have any respect for you, and you get a lot. I think this might be the same with nearly every single retail job that you could possibly work. I think, and you guys definitely know this, if you guys have any ridiculous mean customer stories, please let me know in the comment section below, or if you had a bad experience, even with an employee, I want to hear about it in the comments. It definitely interests me to read those. But I just want to say that working retail, especially working retail at GameStop, you run into a lot of people who seem to be like these weird, entitled, mean, rude people that treat you like you're not even another human being, okay? I'm a human being right here. I'm a human being, and I demand, put some respect on my name. You need to put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on my name.
It's just what it is, and I believe that, here's a little rant real quick. Being a nice person does not mean that you're only nice to people you like. That does not make you a nice person. Being a nice person means that you're nice to strangers, means that you're nice to the random people on the street. It means that you're nice to people that you don't agree with, people you don't like. It means that you're generally kind to everybody. And I'm sure that some of these people, some of these customers that came in, think of themselves as nice people, and I'm sure they are nice to other people. But here's just a little story of this lady who was very rude to me. One day, I was there, I was working alone at the time because, as you guys know, I used to be somewhat of a manager at GameStop in a weird way. Like, I wasn't actually a manager, but they trust me with keys and stuff like that. So I used to work at GameStop, and I was the only one out on the floor at the time. I think that my actual manager was on a lunch break or something like that. And this lady comes in, and she is an older white lady, not super old actually. She was actually probably in her mid-40s, I would say. Mid-40s is about what I would estimate there. And she had a son with her. She had a small child with her, and he wasn't actually that small. I think he was like 12, I believe. I would guess he's in the ballpark of between 11 to 13. So let's say 12. That's a good average, I guess, right? That would make, that's so stupid. Of course, 12. 12 is a good average, okay, of 11 to 13. Great job over it. So he's probably about 12 years old, and they walk in, and me being me, like, first off, I really enjoy working in retail, probably more than most. I know that I definitely enjoyed working at GameStop more than most people. I'd say everybody kind of enjoys it if you enjoy games, but I enjoy just the aspect of talking and communicating with random people that I don't know every day. I think it's really fun to kind of hear everybody's story and hear why they come there. I think that's really cool. So, of course, when this lady walks in, I'm super nice. I'm like, yo, welcome to GameStop. Yo, it's GameStop. What's going on? Thank you for coming to the store today. Is there anything that I can help you get? And the lady's like, no, he's just looking for a game real quick. Cool. All right. And I was like, all right, I'll be right here. If you need anything, like, I'm here for you, right? So Anyways, she goes over, and I believe they went over to like the Nintendo section where the Wii stuff was. They went over there, they were looking at some like Wii U games and everything, and the kid's like looking for stuff, and the mom kind of comes over to me and she's like, hey, we needed some help over here. And I'm like, okay, cool, here I come. What do you need? How can I help you, ma'am? I would love to help you. And also, you know, you're not bad looking, so if you're free next Friday night, let's go on a date. I'm just kidding, I didn't say that, but she was pretty for, you know, a middle-aged woman. But you could tell that she also had one of those like what is a word that's not extremely offensive? She was kind of snooty. She was a little bit bougie, you know what I'm saying? She a little bit like, she had like a fat diamond ring, she had earrings, she had nice clothing on, some designer clothes, designer bag, maybe a little Chanel purse or something. I could tell, okay, this lady's got a little bit of money. We'll see. You know, we'll see what's up. We'll see if she's nice or if she's gonna pull the whole "I'm better than you," because you know why? Because I have this purse that's made out of an ostrich, and you work at GameStop. And so of course it's always the second one, right? I go up and I'm like, yeah, what can I help you with? What do you want me to grab? You want me to grab you a game or what's up? And the little kid was like, was really nice. He's a super cool kid. And the lady's like, I'm telling him that I don't want him to buy too many of these games, okay? Because I don't know what you think. But I don't want him growing up playing these video games and then working at a gas station or something, okay? I don't want him to work in a place like this, all right? He's got good grades, and I'm not going to let him play games. My husband bought him a game system, but I didn't want him to do that. I didn't want him to have any games. And I don't want him to go off and start doing drugs, working at a gas station when he's older. I don't want him to be a loser his whole life. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't want him to get too many games, blah. And I don't even remember, honestly, to this day, I'm not even sure what her question actually was. I think that she was just asking me, like, what game do I recommend, because she didn't want to buy too many of them, I believe was her question. But the way she worded it was mostly just a very demeaning, berating way. So I'm like, whoa. Like, I'm a really nice, I believe, actually I don't believe, I know for a fact that I'm a nice guy. Like, I try to never take anything personally. I understand that people, maybe she's having a bad day or whatever it is, but she legitimately like looks at me and she's like, I don't want him working here when he's your age. And I'm like, yo, first off, I'm like in my 20s, I'm in my early 20s, right? And I'm like, look, I work here. And I didn't say anything at first. I was like, okay, well, this game right here is pretty cool. And I definitely don't think that gaming will make you a loser, to be honest with you. I think that everybody's a little bit different, and it just depends on your personality type or you know, how you're feeling, what you're doing. I think that if you raise him with the proper respect for other people, respect on my name, and you know, teach him the priorities, he'll be fine. I believe. And she's like, well, good, because I don't want him just playing these games all the time and not doing his homework. You know, I don't want that to happen, because honestly, if he ends up at a dead-end job that he's not making hardly any money at, like, I don't want to look back and say, I bought these games for him and this is what caused it. And I was like, look, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, ma'am. At this time period, you see me working at this GameStop, but you don't really know anything about me. So for you to keep, like, saying that it's a dead-end job and stuff, like, I work here for fun, just so you know, in case you didn't know. And she is, I just don't understand the point of going into a place and then like attacking somebody who works there, who's trying to help you out. I don't really understand that too much. And so she just kind of is like, all right, well, help him pick out his game. I'm like, yeah, I got you. And as it goes on, she continuously, like, as I'm helping the kid, right, because I'm kind of just like, all right, it's all good. And as I'm helping the kid, she just keeps like saying stuff like little nagging things such as, this is a dead-end job, I don't want him to work here, he's gonna be a loser, I don't want to be a loser like everybody who comes into the store. And so finally I'm like, look, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, ma'am. I don't believe that video games make you a loser. For me personally, I believe that video games heavily influenced a lot of positive things in my life. It helped me with a lot of stuff, helped me get over a lot of stuff. To me, playing a good game is like reading a good book. Like, you know what I mean? You get the whole storyline, you get to interact with that. And this is only one of my jobs. I also have multiple sources of income through a health coaching company. I am a massage therapist. I do social media for a living. I get money from that. I work at GameStop as a hobby, as a pastime, as something that I enjoy. I work here because I like it. I enjoy interacting with people. On top of that, in case you weren't aware, I also, from the time I was 10 until the time I was like, from the time I was 10 years old until I was like probably 20 or whatever, I grew up around my stepdad and my mom and my real dad and my stepmom and everybody. And just so you know, my stepdad made $100 million during like a 4-year period, and he had nothing but Lamborghinis and everything around me. And he told me that I should definitely have multiple ways of revenue, multiple sources of income. And so if you think that I'm a loser, that kind of reflects on you, man. And I just wanted to let you know that this is not all I do. So before you come in here and call me a loser and say that I'm working a dead-end job and all that stuff, you should really have a little bit of knowledge of who you're working, who you're talking to, and all that. And it's like that type of stuff. Normally, I would never say anything to a customer, but it was literally 15 minutes of her like insinuating that I'm a loser. Everybody that comes in there are losers. Her son's gonna be a loser, and I am working a dead-end job, and her son doesn't want her son to be a loser working at a gas station doing drugs because he plays video games. I was like, I just want to let you know, whatever you're thinking, that is like very skewed, and this is just one thing that I do. And if somebody decides to be a loser later in their life, or they don't want to do anything, or whatever it is, they get off the path to success, I think that's heavily reliant upon the person who raised them, the people who raised them, and the values that you instill into your kids. It's not just about like, did they play games, or you know what I mean? Like, those little hobbies that people have don't dictate what they do with their life necessarily. You know what I mean? I believe that if you want to play games, or you want to play basketball, or you want to collect shoes, or whatever it is, that shouldn't really affect whether or not you're successful in life. You know what I mean? And if any, you know what, this is something that my friend Keem told me. He was like, yo, everything in your life is just a pillar. And if you only have one pillar, so your life is a temple, right? It's got a roof, and then there's pillars holding it up. And each of those pillars is something that you do. So maybe one pillar is your hobbies, like basketball or video games or whatever. Another pillar is your education. Another pillar is family and friends. And depending on how strong all these pillars are, that's what holds up your life. So you could lose one of those pillars and, you know, keep going as long as you have multiple holding it up, right? So if you base your whole thing, if you put all your eggs in one basket, of course, if that fails or whatever, you could become like somebody who's not successful. You could become a loser or whatever it is. And I think that the main thing to success is having multiple pillars holding up your roof, which is your life, and all that stuff, right? So I don't know. This got too deep. This got too deep for a GameStop story. But basically, she was just a very rude customer that came in and like was totally calling me a loser. And her son, she's like, he's gonna be a loser if he plays games. I tried to tell him, but his dad got him this, and it's like, dude, you just went over the top with it. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can be so disconnected from A, your kids, and B, modern society. Video games are they're the wave, bro, alright? If you don't play video games, at this point, like, I feel like back in the day, maybe when she was little, back in the day when you played video games, you were considered a loser. But nowadays, if you don't play video games, that to me is kind of weird. Like, if you tell me, oh, I don't play video games, I'm like, oh, bro, you're right. Somebody check this guy out. He might be like a serial killer or something. Like, not playing video games, trying to get. I don't know. She should run 1v run. She should 1v1 me on Rust, cause yeah, 1v1 me for all the bragging rights, ma'am. If you see this video, let's go on a date. Okay, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. I hope that you guys did. Look, I don't know what's going on. I just slept for 20 hours. Okay, I'm feeling super pumped. Okay, I'm gonna go out right now, maybe buy some shoes. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, if you made it this far in the video, say 1v1 at GameStop. Say that to me. And yeah, drop a like, comment, follow me on Twitter, do all that stuff. I love you. See you in the next one. Okay. All right. I am over it and out.